With American and British bombs, German and British shells, fueled by Arab oil, Israel sends its tanks and warplanes against Gaza.
The Israeli enemy, in its criminal practices and its genocide against the Palestinian people, uses all means of annihilation and continues in them, killing with air raids with American and British bombs, with British and German shells, benefiting also from the Arab presence and the Arab oil that moves its tanks and military vehicles and its airplanes. It also benefits from the great silence in the Islamic world and the absence of a stance at the level it should be, according to human, religious, and moral responsibility, and according to the importance to this nation in its security, its freedom, its independence, its great interests, and in facing the threats that head toward it all, not restricted to the Palestinian arena. Regarding the Israeli aggression that has reached Qatar, violated its sovereignty, and targeted the Palestinian negotiating delegation, Israeli enemy continues threatening ongoing violation of Qatar. After the Islamic Arab Summit, there was a clear, explicit, and formal position taken by the Israeli enemy, expressed by the criminal Netanyahu, by the so-called chief of staff of the enemy army, others among the criminal Zionists, affirming continued violation. What was the Israeli enemy's stance toward the Arab and Islamic delegations in Qatar? The presence there was of the highest official level, mainly heads of state, princes, leaders, kings, except for a few without formal status, representing other countries. The others attended in their official capacity, with a responsibility for their countries as leaders, representing the Islamic world and all Arab countries, even though some lack any legal standing in representing their country. They attended and met at the summit. What were the outcomes? As usual, just statements, general descriptions without any specific positions or practical decisions. They emerged with these weak, low-level outcomes, which emboldened the Israeli enemy, giving it more audacity to keep violating Qatar and others. Violating Qatar means violating the Gulf, all Gulf countries, other Arab countries, and even the whole Islamic world. Some of these Arab and Islamic regimes have diplomatic, economic, political, intelligence, security, and other relations with the Israeli enemy. These have weight, these relations, if they declared cutting them at the summit as a unified bloc for the Islamic world as they present themselves, declaring severance of relations across the board, politically, diplomatically, economically, in intelligence and similar fields, that step is possible and would have practical impact on the Israeli enemy. They could have announced an end to classifying Palestinian Mujahideen, Hamas brigades, and other factions as terrorist, those Palestinian factions they have previously classified as terrorist. They could have reversed this classification, which is bothering the Israeli enemy, and opened the way for positive directions toward the Mujahideen in Palestine. They could have declared support, material, political, media, for the Palestinian people and their strivers. This is possible for them. See the European Union and its outcomes toward Ukraine, with the great difference between the Ukraine issue and the just cause of the Palestinian people. But at the EU they declare billions, hundreds of millions, billions in financial support, in euros or dollars, weapons, resources, provided to Ukraine. Why did the Arab summit not emerge with support for the Palestinian people? Financial, political, media, at all levels. This step was available to them.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.